Hi guys, this is Deepika and welcome to my kitchen. Today I have a very easy, yummy, quick snack for you, a baked good for this season. I'm gonna make a jam drop cookie. It's very classic. It tastes so yummy, so easy to put together, and believe me, everyone's gonna love it. So I hope you try this recipe out. Do subscribe to my channel if you like this video. Give it a thumbs up and share it with your family and friends. And I hope you enjoy this. So let's get started. First, to a bowl here, I'm going to add softened room temperature butter. Guys, your butter needs to be at room temperature. Only then you can get that whipped buttery texture, soft texture. If it's not at room temperature, then I suggest keeping it out, hours before. If not, just keep it in the microwave for 5 to 10 seconds, till it melts. Like keep it for 5 seconds and then, take it out and check it. Next, I'm going to add sugar here. You can decrease the sugar amount if you want, but this is the perfect amount. If you, I suggest not going more than this, but you can reduce it if you want to. Then I'm going to take a whisk and nicely cream this butter and sugar. So your sugar has to melt, almost completely, and then it has to get like a very whipped, airy texture. So that's what we are looking, so that the cookies are very airy and soft. So as you can see, I whipped it for about 5 minutes now with, as much as pressure I can put. So this is the pale yellow or kind of off-white color you need the butter to be in. So once this step is done, I'm going to add my vanilla extract. You can add other flavorings, but I suggest the vanilla extract goes well with the jam. You can even add cardamom if you want. I'm adding about 2.5 teaspoons. You can add lesser if you want, but I really like the strong vanilla flavor, so I'm adding that. And then I'm going to mix this well, and make sure the vanilla is mixed well. Next, I'm going to add a flour to this mixture, and I'm going to like gently whisk it and work it in with a spatula. And as usual, guys, do not overmix this, because you want the cookies to be very soft and not rubbery or chewy. So just work it in together. The butter and the flour should really mix in well. I'm going to change to my hands after this. Guys, as I was mixing it with my hand, I felt that it needed a little more flour. So as you'll see, I'll add about 2 more tablespoons of flour, but I'll leave the exact measurements below. Sometimes you might need a little more flour or less, based on, if your butter is maybe a little more melted. So just make sure you get the right consistency and you can adjust the flour a little bit. But the measurements I have here should work if your room, or is not too too hot. So just make sure that you're not working in a very hot room, so that the butter doesn't melt too much. After mixing well together for some time, this is how the dough should be. Guys, it'll be very soft and pliable. So it doesn't have to be hard. This is how soft it has to be, so that the cookies turn out really really buttery and tasty. Guys, if your dough is, if the butter is starting to melt, you can actually put this dough in the fridge for about 10 minutes. But mine was in the perfect consistency and I didn't want to spend too much time on it. So I was just trying to make it quick and it actually worked. But you can put it in the fridge for a few minutes if you want. Next, I have a baking tray lined here with aluminum foil and I've greased it well with butter. Make sure you grease it well or else your cookies might stick to your pan. Next, I'm going to take a small ball of my dough and then press it and make a hole in the center. Sorry guys, I didn't shoot the part when I'm making it, but it's very simple. Form a ball of the size you want, and then flatten it and make a hole in the center. As you can see, I have formed all my cookies now. So I'm gonna fill these cookies with jam now. I'm using strawberry jam and I'm using about 1/4 teaspoon of for each cookie. Guys, don't go overboard with this, because then the jam will start bubbling up and overflowing in the oven. So just make sure you're adding the right amount, and of course you can use whatever flavor of jam you want. Even the mixed fruit kisan jam from India would be really really good for this. So just make sure you're filling it in the right quantity. So once everything is filled, I'm going to preheat my oven. Like while I'm making this, preheat your oven for 350 degrees Fahrenheit or 180 degrees Celsius. And then I'm going to put this into my oven, again at 350 for about 20 minutes. So if keep checking once you hit the 18-minute mark, because if depends on your oven, it might get done earlier. So you still want the top to be white. The bottom will start browning up a little bit, and then once that is done, take it out and cool it for about at least 10 to 15 minutes. Don't be tempted to keep it in for a longer time, guys, because the cookies will, will be soft when you take it out. But once you leave it out for 10 minutes, it's gonna become, it's gonna go to the perfect consistency. So believe me, and be very careful because the jam will be piping hot. So just make sure you give it time to set, and then of course you can enjoy it. So I hope you guys like this one. I'll see you again in the next video. I'm gonna be posting a Nutella stuffed cupcake. It's gonna taste amazing. So I hope you try that out as well for your holidays. So take care, guys. Happy holidays, and I'll see you back soon. Bye.